Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name's Kate. Today I am doing a book tag. This is the Great Hitchcock book tag. This was originally created by Bart J. Gilbertson, and I recently saw Jim's Books Reading and Stuff do it, so I will leave links in the description to both of their videos. This is just about Alfred Hitchcock, one of the directors who have created very iconic classic movies such as Psycho and Vertigo and Birds. So this is just going through some of his greatest hits. I have only seen Psycho, and Vertigo. I have seen a lot of the Birds, but I have not actually watched the Birds. And a lot of these I don't recognize. Maybe it's just because I don't watch a lot of classic movies. I really only watched Vertigo just because of a class I took in college. So, here's that. Alright, first question is Spellbound. Name a book that had you so completely enthralled you couldn't put it down. I'm going to go with Six of Crows for this one. I love Six of Crows. Six of Crows is one of my all-time favorite books. I could not put it down. The story of the ice court heist had me just glued to the book until I finished it. It was so good. And the sequel was so good as well. I love the characters. Kind of mentioning it today because the book, the Shadowbone season 2 comes out on Thursday or Friday of this week. The first episode of season 2, and I'm gonna get to see my boys like oh, my babies again. So excited. Number 2 is Rope. Name a book where the murder weapon was anything other than a gun or a knife. I'm going to go with my all-time favorite classic mystery, and that's And Then There Were None. And Then There Were None actually has multiple ways of people dying, which also do include a gun, kind of, if you read the book. But there's also a bear statue, a rope as well. Several different ways. They all the characters who have died in that book all die from a different thing. So it's very creative. And it goes off of a poem that is at the beginning of the book. So it's very, very interesting. And Then There Were None. Vertigo. Name a book with a notable scene from a dizzying height. I think of The Last Olympian, which is set technically at the top of the Empire State Building, but Olympus is much higher than the Empire State Building, so that's a dizzying height. They were also at the Hoover Dam at one point. I think that was Battle of the Labyrinth that they were on the Hoover Dam, so that was a pretty high spot. But The Last Olympian does take place, at least the very end of it takes place at the top of the Empire State Building, which is a very, very high place. Psycho! Name a book where the main character is a psychopath. I literally did read a book last year called Psychopath. It was not very good at all. I'm trying to think of other books. I did read last year as well Demon in the Woods, which is the prequel to Shadow and Bone that is following the Darkling before he became the Darkling. So we'll go with that. Frenzy. Name a book with a society or community in complete chaos. Let's go with Divergent, because I believe, in Divergent, we enter into a world that is kind of chaotic, in that you are only based off of one attribute of yourself. So if you're brave, you go to the Dauntless. If you're smart, you go to Erudite. If you're selfish, it really depends. The whole thing is about what you think wars are based off of more. Whether it's cowardness or selfishness. The world becomes very chaotic very, very quickly in that book. So I think the world's just all around very chaotic. Topaz, name a book where gems or jewels are an essential part of the plot. Oh, I don't know. Gems or jewels are the essential part of the plot. I'm trying to think. Did the Percy Jackson books ever have? Not really. I mean, the first book is about the lightning bolt of Zeus going missing. I just keep thinking the crows. The crows steal a lot of stuff, but that doesn't really count. I'm trying to think of heist books, but I am coming up blank on any heist. Then, like, I think Titanic, Joel. I'm not coming up with anything, so I'm sorry. The birds. Name a book where a bird or birds play an important part in the story. I'm going to tweak this just a tiny little bit. So in the Heroes of Olympus series, there are things called harpies. The harpies are very similar to birds. They're part bird. I think they're part bird, part human. And she is our main harpy in that series. Plays a fairly big role in trying to figure out the prophecy of what's going on. So I'm going to go with the Heroes of Olympus. And then Marty, name a book with a troubled or shady female character. We'll go with Riley Sager. I'm going to go with The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. This one follows a girl who, when she was young, went to a summer camp, and she was with 3 older girls. One night, she goes to sleep, wakes up, the other girls are gone, and she had witnessed them leaving, but she didn't follow them. And the girls just stay missing, and no one ever figures out what happened to them. She's invited years later back to the camp to do art stuff with the camp, because she's an artist now. And so now it's just her trying to figure out what happened. All Riley Sager's books have a reliable narrator, so shady, troubled, yes. Alright, that has been the Great Hitchcock book tag. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Go be a good cabbage today. Do something kind for someone, even if that is for yourself, because self-care is important. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.